Hello everyone, today we will present about inverting subject and verb. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Asna. The subject and predicate position can be inverted with each other following certain form. Jadi, subjek dan predikat bisa dibalik sesuai dengan kondisi tertentu. There are three types of inversion. In conditional sentence, in prepositional sentence, and in negative sentence. The first is conditional sentence. The word if can be omitted by putting where for type 2 and had for type 3 in the initial position of a sentence. Jadi, untuk menghilangkan kata if, kita bisa menambahkan kata where atau kata had. For example is Where are you? I would not do it. And the original sentence is if I were you, I would not do it. Jadi subjek dan verbnya itu dibalik untuk menghilangkan kata if. The second is prepositional place. The subject must be inverted by putting the auxiliary verbs or modals after prepositional place connector in a sentence. For example, in the church is a very beautiful bird you can see. An original sentence is a very beautiful bird you can see is in the church. In the church itu adalah tempat. Jadi yang semula di akhir kalimat diubah menjadi di awal kalimat untuk penekanan. And the last is negative expression. The subject must be inverted by putting the auxiliary verbs or modals after negation connector in a sentence. For example, never does she love me. And the original sentence is she never loved me. Jadi, untuk kalimat negatif ini, kita menambahkan kata kerja bantu atau auxiliary.
Hello everyone, my name is Nana Vanita. We will try our exercise from the material. We have 4 exercises. Number 1 is this one. Blah blah blah, some books you shall read. We have 4 options for the answer. A. Are the self. B. On the self are. C. The self are on. D. On the self. Now, from 4 option, the answer is correct is B. On the self are. Now, why? Because in normal sentence, the structure is subject, verb, and place. But in prepositional place, the structure is place, verb, and subject. So inverted. Now, in here, some books, that is subject. And then books in here is plural subject. Now, we need the verb. Verb is are. So the correct is on the self are. Next question is only once in my life blah 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 to New York. We have 4 options. A is I have been, B have I been, C been have I, D been I have. Now the correct is B, have I been. Why? Because the auxiliary verb must be placed immediately after the negation connector. So have in here is verb, and after the verb, so have in here is verb, and after the verb is subject. So we use the subject is I. Have I been? So only once in my life have I been to New York. Number 3 is blah blah blah. Bus on time. I would not have been late to the party. We have 4 options again. A. If I had I taken. B. Taken had I. C. I had been taken. D. Had I taken. The answer is correct. Is D. Had I taken. Why? Because in a conditional sentence, the word if can be omitted from the sentence, and moving the auxiliary verb had in here to the initial position of the sentence. So, had I taken the bus on time, I would not have been late to the party. Number 4 is on the second level of the parking lot, blah blah blah. We have 4 options. A is empty, B are empty, C some empty stalls are, D are some empty stalls. The answer is correct. Is D are some empty stalls. Why? Because in proportional place, when a sentence begins with a place connector and no subject, the position of subject and the verb must be inverted so that the verb is placed before the actual subject of the sentence. Empty stalls in here is the plural part and auxiliary is. So on the second level of the parking lot are some empty stalls.
Hello everyone, moving on the next part. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Aksa Syaswardani. You can call me Aksa. And we have a new practice question for multiple choice. Let's read the question together. Under no circumstance, blah blah blah, the laboratory equipment without professional supervision. The options are A. Student should operate. B. Should student operate? C. Students operate should. D. Operating students should. So the correct answer is B. Should students operate? Jadi kenapa jawabannya B? Itu penjelasannya cukup sederhana. Nah, di awal kalimat itu kan ada frase under no circumstance yang merupakan negative expression atau ekspresi negatif. Jadi, sesuai aturan inversion yang sudah kita pelajari di awal, kalau ada negative expression di awal kalimat, maka posisinya wajib dibalik atau diinversi. Jadi artinya kata kerja bantu atau modal yaitu should harus maju ke depan mendahului subjek students, baru diikuti kata kerja dasarnya yaitu operate. Next, we also have a practice question for error analysis. The instructions say identify the incorrect underlined word or pairs in the sentence below. The sentence is, seldom she goes to the library to borrow book for her academic assignment. For this question, the incorrect part is B, she goes. Kenapa bagian B yang salah? Jadi di sini alasannya adalah yang pertama, kalimat ini tuh diawali dengan kata seldom, yang merupakan negatif adverb. Kata keterangan bernuansa negatif. Jadi sama seperti soal sebelumnya, karena seldom ini tuh ada di paling depan. Klausa setelahnya tidak boleh menggunakan pola biasa seperti she goes. Jadi kalimat ini tuh harus diinversi menggunakan kata kerja bantu, karena tensinya tuh simple present dan subjeknya itu she. Kata bantu yang tepat adalah does. Jadi perbaikan yang benar seharusnya itu diubah menjadi does she go atau menjadi seldom does she go to the library. And that's all for the explanation of these two practice questions. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.